What's going on,
What up,
guys?
everybody? What up, everybody? Welcome back. Welcome back. Episode 7.
Yes.
We are in the house. We hope you guys enjoyed episode 6 because we went in.
Yeah.
I'm
For
leaving
like
it
an
alone
hour
for an
straight.
hour.
For an hour straight.
Don't do certain things and that won't happen.
Right.
We don't like bullies, so that's what happens when you try to be a bully. But today episode,
Got a lot to talk about.
A lot to talk about. It's
A lot to talk about. It was a lot of research going into today's episode.
Yeah, because we had to be politically correct on all angles. I hope my my production guy over don't get
He have a heart attack.
I hope he don't look. He's laughing now, but he going to start crying.
Yeah, we got you covered.
We got you covered, bro. We got you covered.
Yeah, we got you covered.
Don't panic on us. We got you. All right.
But
we got you.
Before we get into that, how was your week?
Pretty good, actually. I'm 2 weeks sober.
Oh yeah, he gave up drinking for 2 weeks. Wait a minute.
Clapping.
He
like I'm not alcoholic all the way.
Yes, you are.
Yeah, true that. I'm only doing it for a month. That's all I got is a month. I got 2 more weeks and I'm going in. Yeah, I need it. I need a little
but that
break.
shit gonna come right back and he gonna OD.
I'm gonna recover the first day back. Yeah, I'm not a quitter. I never quit. Damn, hey, ain't no quit. I'm gonna keep drinking.
But no, he whatchamacallit. He always quit things cold turkey. He different from me.
Yeah.
I can't quit cold turkey. I gotta leave a little bit of room.
I can't.
You cut cold turkey and be like, I'm not drinking for 4 weeks, and you'll stick to it, and then out of nowhere you'll be like, all right, that's over with.
That's all, and I'll go in.
You OD.
Yeah, I can't
halfway do anything.
I can't halfway do it because it'll keep me lingering and I'll keep going and keep going. I'll just have one today. Next thing I know, so I just cut it and just be.
No, I'm one foot on the wagon, one foot off.
I got to jump off that joint because I'll never get off the wagon.
Right.
I got to jump off that joint completely. So and it's not like I don't go out. I still go out. That's the part I'm impressed with. Like I still go to restaurants, I still go to the bars, and I won't take a drink.
Right, and then especially with all the sports stuff going on right now, it's hard not to.
It's
drink.
hard not to drink.
This
so
shit's sad, man.
So I
Phillies lost.
Yeah, Phillies. That was I kind of whatever. It broke my heart. I was rooting for them, rushing home, trying to catch up to the games and stuff like that.
I went to the game, bro.
Yeah, hey, I'm gonna tell you who got money. My man over here got money,
bro.
$250.
As soon as they lost Game 6, I went right on the website and was like, "Let me $250 for a ticket. That's not bad, bro.
Per ticket."
We was changing the light bulbs, but
him and wifey went $500 out of nowhere. Somebody's getting a whole lot of money. That sure ain't me. $500 for some tickets. Who gonna be down there?
That's what happens
Janet
when
Jackson?
you don't. That's what happens when you don't drink every weekend.
True.
I don't go out like that. I don't spend my money we talked about it earlier this week. Yeah. Everybody got their vice. For you, it might be alcohol and restaurants. And
he's really painting a picture of me being alcohol. You hear him? For you, it might be the alcohol, restaurants. Damn.
You good. You 2 weeks sober.
Yeah, I'm 2 weeks sober.
But for me, it'd be like when I want to do something, I want to pick up and just be able to go and experience. So for me, it was like first Game 7 for the Phillies ever. So I was like, I got to be there. And I've been watching baseball more now than I ever have. I know the players, I know what's going on and all that type of stuff. For me, it was like, all right, let me go and fully get the experience.
Yeah, I dig it.
It was a good vibe though. It's just they lost. That's it. I'm exhausted with being a fan.
That's how I feel about the Eagles.
That's how I feel about every sports team that I like.
Yeah, I'm like that. The Eagles stresses me out. They get so many emotions at one time. I could be angry and be cheering all at the same time. Why would you? Yeah,
you should hear my
play.
mom. My mom in the house, she be having damn near heart attack.
Yeah, they be stressing me out.
I got a thing where my mom, like, she can't sit and watch the Eagles game.
Oh.
Because every time she do, she stop, some bad shit happen. As soon as she walk away, that catches a pick or something.
Who you watch the game with is very important.
100%.
Because when I got my other half watching the game with me and the shit she be saying, I be cutting my eye. Now I just learned to tune her out.
Right.
He ain't had to hit him like that. I'm like, babe, that's football. No, it ain't football. Why you got to grab on his helmet like that? I'm
right.
Because it's part of his body.
She ruining the game. She don't understand.
Don't understand.
Pretty much everything.
Oh, God. Everything. And I be sitting there like, oh, God, yo, will you shut the fuck up? and she just be going.
You can't really enjoy
and
the
I
game.
just be sitting
or the
there.
people that don't know about the game, like, what's this?
Yeah.
Why they get 10 yards? Why?
No, I'm not watching.
Why they kicking the ball? Because they just scored a touchdown.
Yeah. She knows about football. She just don't understand a lot of intimate parts of the football game.
Right.
And I just don't really say too much.
You don't be trying to explain
I
it
ain't
to her?
trying to explain that shit to her because she gonna argue with me about the shit that I explained to her. Like, so I just damn, for real?
They ever act like you don't know the sport? Like I've been playing it my whole life.
That's
not
another
right.
thing.
That's not right, babe.
Yeah.
I'm
I'm
what
like,
are you talking about? That
I lived and breathed football. I
Right.
played it to the highest I could possibly play. Like, and it's just my word ain't TV. So I just, you know what? Cool. Think what you want to think. I'm like, for real? Damn. Now this. Yeah, you're right. He didn't have to tackle him that hard. Oh wow.
Hey, happy wife, happy life, right?
Yeah, I guess. But other than that, let me see what else is.
So you got the NBA started.
NBA. Oh, before something. No, I got two things. We talked about it.
Yeah.
Two things, real quick. Nothing got to do with anything. One, y'all see my sweatsuit, Danny Garcia, my guy.
Oh.
Bing. Beautiful sweatsuit. Thanks. Shout out to DSG. I love it, Danny Swift Garcia.
I
The
swear that
sweatsuit
joint
is
wasn't gonna
amazing.
fit you.
I don't know why y'all kept thinking. I told you I'm an extra large.
I told Pop, like, that joint coming right to me. Watch. When he go home and try it on, he ain't gonna fit, he gonna bring it right to me.
Nah, I'm an extra large. I learned
You're
that.
not no extra large, bro.
I am. They wear their clothes tight now.
They or you?
Me.
Oh.
But that's the new fit. You come in here with some.
The young fit.
Yes.
Oh, all right.
Yes. The
Trying
young
to stay
fit
young?
now. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I'm old. So I'm trying to.
Get that AARP card ready.
I threw that shit in the trash. Soon it came in the mail. And that was the God's honest truth. I read this shit. I said, oh, they out of pocket for sending me this shit.
AARP card ready.
When I see that card, I feel like you should have a cane. You should have a assistant living. Like, you should be really fucked up when you get that card in the mail.
I mean,
like,
you just got out of your boot. So you was on. I should have seen him on his little scooter in his joint.
we gonna do that.
Yeah,
We gonna do
riding back and forth, demonstrating exercises.
Production team, give me a scooter on the screen. Zoom, zoom, zoom.
that was G. Riding
That was
back
me.
and
I
forth.
was haul ass into that. Yo, I would bean and hit them curves and right into the office and park it. And
You
get
gonna
right
be a
off.
funny ass old man though, cause there ain't gonna be no shame in your game. You be like, you right? I'm old. I don't.
Yeah, I'm cool with my age. Yeah, I'm cool with it.
All right, you get a cam and kick that bitch. Watch.
I got a shotgun. Now. Some little young punks. Get your old young ass off my car. I'm throwing hot grease on their asses. And the second thing is, so I like to do things a little bit different. Throw it out there where I got to back myself up. I told you earlier, I'm going to start the book, Level 40, The Journey.
Yeah.
So I told you I found a window. I got a 2-hour window where I can actually start writing this book and get it done.
That's what's up though.
Yeah.
Y'all heard it here first.
Y'all heard it here first. Level 40, The Journey. We're going to give you the ride, where we are right now to how it started. And
Where do
all
I
that.
fit in the book?
You don't. So
I gotta be in there. Like I get a whole chapter at least.
fuck no. I'm going to have you taking out the trash or some shit. I'm not putting you in here. You done already stole the shine from me. You want the book too?
Bro, I
Jesus
gotta get
Christ.
a chapter.
I got you.
What's that thought?
Can't think of nothing.
Chapter over.
Chapter over, Blake. You're going to get a chapter, Dev, no words. I'm going to give you 13 pages of no words. Not on that fucking page. 13 rep. Chapter 4. Now we continue. But no, I'm a you know me, you know how my brain works.
Yeah.
I like to be creative and stuff like that. So it's gonna be dope. The way I got it in my vision is pretty much picking up from now and then telling the story.
You telling it backwards or
Yeah,
forward?
I'm gonna tell it backwards. So we already famous to how we got here and all of. So before, we talked about writing a book, I really didn't have nothing to talk about because at the time I didn't have enough underneath the skin. But now we got drafts, we got first rounders, we got second rounders, we got all types of stuff. We got every sport. We done traveled all over.
Pro
for it.
Bowlers, Super Bowl champions.
Super Bowl champions. So we have a lot to talk ups and downs. So versus having no money to having money to not having no money to having money again to opening up the second gym. So we got so much stuff to talk about, and now it's just making it one big movie, one big story where everybody can pick it up and not put it down.
What is the goal of the book though? Besides just like highlighting the journey, is it like a motivational genre where people can like really like this is how he got it. I can take away from this and
I think
implement it into my own journey, or what?
you can, because there's segments like it's going to be a part where there's the podcast, and where the podcast is explaining how we got here again and giving people gems. So it is going to be the story, but then there's also going to be gems in there. Well, like you said, how to get started. I'm going to tell a story where I can have a person that's thinking about starting a gym, give him the information, how to get it started, what feelings you're going to feel, to the point of who's going to support you, who's not going to support you. Don't get mad if they don't support you. It's not their dream, it's not their vision, it's your vision. So things like that. But it's also going to be told in the story. So it's pretty much like...
yeah, you tell everything in a story mode.
Yeah.
He'll give you the best life gem, and then that should be like third person or some shit like that.
Yeah. So that's what...
I'm going to tell you what I did. What I did was I opened my gym. Did it like, bro, what that got to do with... It be some life shit.
Now you see why he's not going to be in the book? I'm
just saying.
All blank. That's how that shit going.
It used to be like cracking Da Vinci Code, or he'll tell you the same story over and over again.
Because I'm old. But seen I got the card.
But but you'll give like the same story but a different lesson to it. Yeah. You just gotta pull away what you can and just keep it moving.
Yeah. So I'm gonna have fun with it. Like I said, we've been talked about it, but I just couldn't find the time. Now I got the time. It's not that I never had the time. I had to figure out how to have the time. So I got a 2-hour window where when I leave the gym and go home, boom, for 2 hours, I'm gonna just dedicate maybe, 4 days out of the week, Monday through Thursday, take Friday, Saturday, and Sunday off, and then come back at it like that.
Right.
Because sometimes, like when I first wrote the first book, you could burn yourself out. And I don't want to do that with this one. Towards the end of the first book, I started enjoying it, where I felt like I had a deadline, I had to get it done by this time and all that, so it got a little stressful for me, and I had to put it down. But I understand it now. So I'll go to 4 days, and then 3 days, my brain is recovering, getting more ideas and fresh, and then go back at it. Same thing like when I do music.
Right, gotcha.
I can create
something.
Give it a break. You got to give it a break, walk away from it, and come back, and then hit it again.
Right.
So, but other than that, that's it for me.
Well, congratulations on the first step.
Yeah.
First step is putting it out there in the universe. So
there you go.
Yeah.
It's out there now.
All right. Prayer, and I guess we get this show started.
Let's go.
Episode 7.
Episode 7. Dear Lord, we want to thank you for waking us up. We ask you that you continue to bless us each and every day. We ask you to bless this podcast abundantly, to the point that when they ask how did we do it, the only thing we can say, if it wasn't for God, none of this is possible. In Jesus' name we pray, amen.
Amen.
And amen.
All right, let me get my phone ready.
Oh, shit.
I'm about to be crazy. All right, so for listeners...
You ain't going to no sports?
Yeah,
all right.
for listeners,
go ahead.
Earlier I said I'm so sick and tired of being a fan because Phillies lost.
Yeah. Phillies lost.
The Eagles lost the Super Bowl when I finally became a fan.
Yeah.
Chargers lost because I'm really a Chargers fan. Chargers lost after being up 27-0, and then Ohio State. I'm an Ohio State fan as well. They lost by 1 point in the national championship. So all my teams been important games, and they've been losing close games.
So
I think I'm the problem.
Yeah, I was gonna say that.
Whatever
team you like, I bet against.
Exactly.
That's how big my
this
money.
This is bad,
like,
man.
Who Dev like? The Eagle? Oh,
yeah,
no, I'm going
the
opposite way.
I'd be ready to go the opposite way. Like, oh no, we're gonna lose.
Yeah.
But damn, man, this shit.
Y'all play the Bears coming up, right?
Yeah. I don't even know. I'm not a fan no more. I told you.
Oh, all right.
I ain't paying attention to nothing.
Oh, all right. Just
if
enjoy.
They win.
Yeah.
And if not.
I get it. It's a lot of things going on in sports.
I wanted to talk about the Eagles.
Go ahead. Let me hear this about the Eagles.
Because you and Sheeta.
Yeah.
In episode 4, the one was that 5? One of those.
5.
I wasn't here. But y'all was arguing Dolphins and Eagles.
Yeah, she was right. She actually called me too.
Yeah, I bet she did.
Jesus Christ! I didn't
pop
say
your shit, Sheeta.
I didn't say they was going to beat the Eagles.
I know, but you was bigging up the Dolphins almost like they are unstoppable.
No, I said they was fast, and they proved it.
They are fast.
They was out there lighting our asses up.
But at the same time, like, their O-line is not strong enough so that speed can get downfield.
So if you rewind it, I said in 2 years they got to fix their O-line, D-line, and it's going to be. And I said if they can keep all that speed together on the team and they fix that O-line, D-line, it's going to be hard.
So, with this win, is the Eagles a legitimate team?
You asking me?
Yeah.
I never said they wasn't.
I'm just saying in general, though.
Yes.
Because a lot of it, like, you see them lose to the Jets. You see them struggle on other games where, like, they almost lost to the Redskins. Nowhere near a caliber team as
they was before.
Exactly. So it's one of those things like, are they a legitimate team moving forward? Because their schedule does nothing but get harder from here on out.
And as she broke it down, we playing 10 playoff teams.
Yeah, exactly.
Where I think she said the Chiefs is playing 7.
Right.
So she broke all that down.
Right.
But no, I always said that we're a caliber team. I just said they stresses me out. And it gets spooky because you can't keep living off this luck shit. It's bound to run out.
Yeah, like the Jets.
The Jets.
Yeah.
You can't keep teams, and the Jets always had a great defense.
And they one of those like teams that they wait for you to make a mistake. We just gotta hang around until you fuck up. And then once you do, that's when we
on. Yeah. Right. So that's the scary thing about me. It wasn't I didn't think they was a legitimate team. I just think that we let teams hang around. We don't go for the gusto.
Yeah, you don't
put your foot on the throat. Yeah. So, and that was kind of spooky to me. And I'm like, oh my God. And then something would happen in a crucial time. Like we could be down 3 points and here come an interception. Oh my God. Right. You know what I'm saying? So that's what the part that was bothering me.
The one thing I liked about this one is that they actually spread the ball around.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you know, but Jalen Hurts is hurt right now.
Is it
I don't know
ankle?
if you've seen him run. I don't know what it is. He didn't disclose it.
I thought it was his ankle. I think his ankle got caught up in there somewhere. I saw quickly, and he popped back up. So I don't know if that's what it is.
I seen it when he was running. He ran a scramble and running to the sideline. He was limping a little bit. I said, oh, he hurt. But you could see within the play call, they was actually using Swift. They actually was getting the ball out quick. They was using a tight end, using Devontae Smith, and using A.J. Brown.
They had, what's his name was in there?
Who?
Your boy. Julio.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. He got one catch. I think they're just using him as a physical presence. But as the weeks go, you'll start to see the role start to develop.
He wasn't there long enough to really get the plays and all of that. So.
And for us to like really fit you into a scheme where you're going
but you're gonna need him
be
though.
Julio.
I love it. I love the
I think he's gonna turn up in the playoffs.
I love the fact that they got him. I love the fact. I thought so. That was amazing right there. Because now, not only do you get another catcher, you get somebody that can stretch the field, and you get somebody that got experience that can have conversations with AJ.
Right.
Yo, settle down, son. All right, you're going to get the ball, but that's not the way to go. So he can mature him up a little bit and give him some knowledge as far as route running, what to look for, how to break it off, things like that.
Right.
So I like that.
Right. And then now NBA started.
Yeah.
What do you think about the Sixers? Have you watched it?
I probably won't jump on that bandwagon to probably game 15. And if
you gonna let 15 games go by before you actually start paying attention to basketball?
Yeah, because I'm a Boston Lakers fan.
Oh, all right.
I'm a Boston Lakers fan.
How you a Boston and Lakers fan? You can't do that. They rivals, bro.
That way I cover both angles. I got to be in the chip one way.
You can't
I'll
do
be
that,
in the
bro.
chip one way or the other.
They got too much history. You got.
I'll be in the chip one way or the other. So that's how that go. And I'm a Boston fan. So Laker fan. Sixers fan. And wherever my guys play, I'm with them. So that's how that goes.
Did you see that James Harden? They told James Harden to stay his ass home.
As they should.
They said, "Hold, bro."
Now
he came back, about to get on the hold, bro. You gonna stay here?
ID and registration. He like registration. I ain't flying the plane. What license and registration, bro.
Right here.
Like no, ain't no more seats. What you mean? We ran out of seats.
But they look good without him. I watched a little bit of the game. They look good without him.
I took it the other way. One. They lost by 1, but I took it the other way. Like damn,
they could have used him.
They could have used him,
or he could have been a defensive liability. There's a lot of shit that goes into that.
Yeah. Well, you'll see when he come back and see what happens.
Yeah.
Who the Sixers play at home? Their first home game.
Don't ask me.
Oh, Sixers fan.
Yes, producer man. Who Sixers play when they get home? Their first game at home.
All right, don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it. I see you at game 15.
Yeah.
What else? What else?
Portland?
Portland?
Oh, word.
All right. Oh, that should be a win because what's his name not there no more, so.
Yeah, they got a young, scrappy team.
Yeah.
We'll see. All right. I mean, other than that, then the NBA starting, your man.
Whoa, first of all.
I'm going to call him your man.
Pause. I don't even know how to use that shit, but I'm going to say it right now. Pause. He is not my man.
What'd you call him the other day? DH? You called him DH or some shit like that?
DH.
Dwight Howard, bro.
Yo, I didn't call that man no damn DH. Yo, why you trying to act like me and him homies?
I mean, you always talk so highly of him.
Yo, you got to stop. You got to stop.
That's your man.
Touchy Philly man. I do not have
Touchy Philly man.
Let me put a shirt on for you.
Yo, they got 2 clips with him. One, I don't know who the white boy was. He fell out of bounds or something, and he got his hands all in his cheeks. They on the floor.
All them Jones is all around social media now.
Yeah, he got her hands all in the cheeks, and then the other one.
Dwight Howard exposed, and it'd be like.
Yeah, then the other one, he got the suit on coming from,
from the bench. This one he was playing in Houston.
Yeah, he go to sit down and grab my man meat. Like, what's wrong with you, bro?
And the bull
just chilling like, stop. Stop.
Yeah,
don't do that.
No,
People
that
are
shit.
watching. What? Yo, you know I'd have got kicked off the team, right?
We would have been fighting right
Yeah,
there.
we would have been fighting. And then I'm like, yo, what's up? The ball grabbed my meat. What you mean grabbed your meat? He shut down and grabbed my hammer. I'd have to stomp his ass.
Come in my hood, nigga, trying to start all that shit, nigga. I ain't no punk, nigga.
On national TV, everybody see that shit.
Yeah. And nobody would been mad at me. They were like, oh, we understand.
Yeah, we 100% understand.
Yeah, that's he's out there tripping. And on top of that, he responds.
Hold on, let me stop you because you about to go into the story. Let me tell the story.
Ahead.
So for people that's not following this story, Dwight Howard, he's a former NBA player. Used to play for a number of teams. I'm not going to name them, but he just was charged with a sexual assault against a man named Stephen Harper. Yes, a man. I said that. Who I said that to? I said that to Danny Brother the other day. I said, Dwight Howard just got charged with sexual assault. He's like, and I said, to a man. He was like, what?
A man?
A man. Yes, a man. He is being sued, the former Lakers star, Dwight Howard, for assault and battery, intentional infliction of emotional distress, and then false imprisonment.
What's false imprisonment?
I guess the boy went to jail over this or whatever, or he kidnapped. I don't know.
False imprisonment. He had my man tied up.
Yeah,
my man.
But
Yo,
no.
Is he a cold R. Kelly? Yeah, he had my man tied up in a joint.
I don't know. We got interviewed Kitty.
Who the hell is Kitty?
Kitty was the dude that came out the closet.
Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. My man name is Kitty?
Yeah.
Ew.
When I was reading the story, I was like, who the fuck is Kitty? Where did Kitty come from?
Squeeze me, who am I? This is my room you dropped in last night.
Kitty came from the back room?
Yeah, back room and just walked right in.
How you doing?
Boy, like, no.
So apparently, well, I ain't gonna say apparently because it's a fact. It's coming out of his mouth. He's actually saying it, and he's telling people what I do in my bedroom is none of your business.
Which is true, but at the same time, bro, no.
He said, "What I do with my wood is what I want to do with my wood. Where I put my wood is nobody business but mine's in my own house." And then he just like, and if you worried about me doing something to another person in my house, you weird for that.
Right.
I'm thinking like, I'm weird. Bro, you just said it doesn't matter where you put your wood. Like, how weird could you get from that? Something wrong with boy. I don't know what happened.
A lot of people don't understand. This lawsuit happened back in 2021. This didn't happen recent. This was like 2 years ago.
So he's been weird all that time.
Yeah, and what happened is he been denying it. He got interviews of denying that he gay this whole time.
And now he just like, boom.
No, you can't see that. He can't see that shit.
Oh, he out of pocket, yo. He is out of pocket, yo.
I'm about to say, you guys zoom in for G. He can't see shit.
No, he's out of pocket, yo. He's out of pocket for that.
Yeah. But
Yeah, he's out of pocket.
no, but
Him downstairs wants some milk and cookies.
some milk and cookies.
Him downstairs wants some milk and cookies.
But no,
Yeah, he's out of pocket for that. He's
so
out of
crazy,
pocket.
so crazy.
What else we got going on? Yeah, yes he is. How tall is he? Like 7'1"?
Yeah,
I'm scared too. No, don't hurt me.
You know the Tyler Perry John? She was like, oh, so he was like, I ain't bending over for no man. Oh, you doing the bending?
Yeah, you see that? Yo, they was killing him with that. So
Oh,
you doing the bending?
Yep.
Yeah, he's out of pocket for that. He's out of pocket for that.
Bro, the funny thing about doing this podcast, we have to cover
Some of the weirdest shit that be out
exactly
there.
like where this story even come from.
Him touching people where they ain't supposed to be touched.
But they say that should be happening in that world. They just be on the low.
I don't know, because I have not seen it yet and don't want to see it. Because I'm telling you right now, if I see that shit, oh, it's going to be bad. It's going to be a lot. Beep, beep. There's going to be a lot of bleeping out. Like, yo, because the names I'm calling you, you ain't going to like it.
Right.
Yo, they out of pocket. Oh, bro, like, it's a gazillion women out there.
I don't.
What's wrong with
I was
you?
just talking to my client the other day about it. I was like, I don't understand. For me, as a heterosexual man, I don't understand the whole concept of having sex with a woman. I mean, a man. That
Whoa,
would just
what the
pause.
What is going on here? Yo, hey,
Don't do
production
that.
team,
Don't do that.
Move my motherfucking seat.
Don't do that.
I
Don't
needs
do
to
that.
be gone.
Don't
Matter
do
of
that.
fact, show
Don't
is
do
over.
that.
Thanks for coming out.
Don't do
God
that.
bless and good night.
Don't do that. I don't understand having sex with a man that's dressed like a woman. I don't understand.
I don't
it.
understand having sex with a man. Fuck all the
But,
disguises.
yeah. It's just more so like you're obviously attracted to what looks like a woman. Why don't you just date a woman?
Because he want him to say,
Don't do it.
you'll never find a wood like mine's. Blum, 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 blum.
Retarded, bro.
Yo, dude, he's out of pocket.
Yeah,
he's out of pocket
shit
with that shit.
This shit is crazy. This world of sports is so crazy.
Yeah, what else is going on in the sports world? Is that it?
That's all I had.
That's it.
Phillies, Eagles, your man DH.
Yo, why you keep saying DH like you homies with him?
That's your
You
man.
already talking
You
about-
just said it on. You said
Wait a
it on
minute.
what Tuesday? You was
Such
like,
a
yeah,
story.
bullshit.
But you in here talking about something. I can't see how you would want to do it with a woman.
Don't do that,
What?
bro. That was a mishap.
Yeah, I bet.
Yeah,
What
that's
else is
all I
going
had.
on? That's it?
That's pretty much all I had for the intro, bro. What you got?
I don't really have too much for the intro. I think I did all. Here's the deal. All the research that we've been doing, it consumed you so much that you
Right.
really didn't focus on anything else.
right.
So I guess it's ain't no time like the
present,
presence.
right.
You might as well go on and get into it.
All right, so we're gonna go ahead and get into our main topic of the day. It's a very controversial, sensitive topic that's going on in sports every single day. So I'm gonna go ahead and read y'all this disclaimer pretty much.
Yep.
All right, so we're entering into a day and age where, yeah, I'm reading it. You're gonna look right over at it.
Go ahead.
We're entering a day and age where society has become more open and accepting to the differences of other people. Race, religion, sex have always been a controversial topic in society and in sports. More recently, we've been facing difficulties finding a place of full inclusion within sex and gender within sports. Sports is a part of the human rights experience. However, it is not that simple anymore. It has been many differences going around this topic. A lot of discussions going around. They can sometimes be political. They can be sensitive. They could be controversial. It could be very black and white. So I said our goal today is to find that gray area, that nuance between the two.
Okay.
One side is arguing this, the other side arguing that. Where do we find this middle ground to make it so that everybody can be inclusive within sports? So today's topic is transgenders, athletes, and sports.
Whew.
So with the Olympics approaching, this topic is likely going to be continuously revisited because now this coming Olympics, we're probably going to have multiple transgender athletes in sports.
And let us be clear, we have nothing against anyone.
Not at all.
This is not here to bash anybody, disrespect anybody. We're just having a conversation and stating facts.
And then also the examples that might be used is not to come at anybody or what they've done or what they accomplished. It's just example for scientific purposes, because a lot of when I'm looking at this topic, there's not enough science as far as transgender athletes in actual sport at elite level to decide whether or not there is an unfair advantage. And that's pretty much where I wanted to go today, as far as like, what does unfair advantage mean within sports? And then also, how do we find a place of fair play?
All right. Go ahead, I'm listening.
So I say we want a game will pretty much provide clarity and understanding to the competitive side of things.
Okay.
Right? So it's not, for our argument, it's not about telling somebody what they shouldn't be, or whatever the case may be. Like you said, we don't have any issues with anybody. Yeah. You should be able to do everything that you want to do, be who you want to be, et cetera, et cetera.
All right. So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and break it down a little bit more to actually get things started. So what I'm going to do is break down the male body and the female body.
Oh, you going straight there?
I'm going straight. You got somewhere to go first?
Well, I was going to really talk about pretty much the arguments that's going on both sides.
All right, go ahead.
So in the transgender, well, first, let me stop. For listeners that might not fully understand what a transgender male or female is, it's pretty much somebody who is identifying as a man and deciding and choosing that they want to identify as a woman instead.
Correct.
So biologically, they were born a man.
Yes.
And then decided that they wanted to transition into being a woman, identify and live as a woman. Mm-hmm. And then pretty much a trans male is pretty much the same thing in reverse.
Correct.
Their argument on their side is pretty much sports is human right, that they should be able to participate full-fledged as a woman or man, whatever they choose to participate as. And us or anybody else should not be able to police what they do within sport.
Okay.
Which is, in a way, justifiable because that is a human right.
Correct.
Right. So the Olympic committee came out and pretty much said, I got it written down. Where's it at? The Olympic committee came out and pretty much said the practice of sport is a human right. Every individual must have the possibility to practice sport without discrimination of any kind and an Olympic spirit, which requires mutual understanding, a spirit of friendship and solidarity, and fair play.
Cool. Now, before you go any further, the last part.
I wanted to highlight a couple things in there. So one, must have the possibility, right? So for me, that stuck out because of the fact of possibility doesn't mean you're going to guarantee to play for whatever reason, right? Okay. And then also when it comes down to it, it's for mutual. That means both sides have to agree.
Correct.
And that's that nuance that we're trying to find between the two arguments. And then the final one is fair play.
Fair play.
Fair play.
Correct.
So now I'll let you go because I know what we want to do is break down the male and
I'm going to break that down.
Body.
But before I even break that down, I want to go back to the Olympics where that whole fair part kicks in. Mm-hmm. Where back then, I thought I had it in my notes. I think I didn't write it down. I had the actual dates, but I'm a little irritated right now because I didn't even.
You ain't write it down?
No. I had it up.
Not
I pulled
prepared.
it up. I'm definitely prepared. That ain't even got to worry about. Well, I'm definitely prepared. You'll see in a minute. But anyway, they had the Olympics was, way back before we was even born.
Right.
And where that language is coming from, fair, is that at one point in time, athletes was using enhancers. Then black people started getting involved in the Olympics, and they was putting them on the same enhancers, and then it became unbalanced. Right. So now to make the Olympics fair, they got rid of all of the enhancers. No one can take anything. Everybody must be equally yoked when we get on this track, weight room, whatever the case, whatever the individual sport is or team sport is. No one can use any type of enhancers, and everything must be fair. I got to keep saying that word fair so we can understand where we're going with this.
Right.
It has to be even fair on women's. It has to be fair on the men's side. So when we're talking about female, male, we start getting into the body.
So while he gathered that, when we talk about fair, I want to break down what it means fair. So a main part of the transgender community argument is the unfair advantage.
Yes.
Right? So they're saying that transgender athletes does not have an unfair advantage towards biologically female athletes.
Correct.
Whereas though we want to break it down to explore what is an unfair advantage. So I have a definition for you. Unfair advantage is an unnatural advantage that you may have over your competitors.
Correct.
So it's more so unfair advantages in sports no matter what. You have LeBron who's 6'9", then you might have somebody that's 5'6". That's technically an unfair advantage. You might have somebody that can jump 36 inches and then somebody that can jump 44 inches. Technically, that could be considered an unfair advantage. But all those things are naturally amongst men and men,
So
or women and women.
I'm going to stop you right there with the men, and the women. So if we go all the way back to the beginning, where we start talking about the DNA, when it comes to the DNA, fundamental genetics materials, that's what it is. The body typically carries 46 chromosomes in the cells, organized in 23 pairs. One of those are sex chromosomes.
Mm-hmm.
And when it's broken down, men are XY and women are XX. Right?
Right.
So when you have these the XX and the XY, your body structure is different. So when you get down to the men, we're talking muscle mass. Men tend to have a greater muscle mass than women, primarily due to anabolic testosterone. They typically results in men having larger, more prominent muscles. What are prominent muscles? We're talking about your biceps. Biceps is responsible for the elbow bending. Triceps is responsible for the elbow extending.
Yeah.
Then you got your chest. You got your shoulders. These things are pretty much just for show, really. So you get the broad shoulders, you get the big chest.
Which allows you to push and pull force more aggressively or more rapid.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
While women, on the other hand, they have then it goes to the muscle fiber. I skipped. Then it goes to the muscle fiber. Then you get men having a higher percentage of fast twitch muscles than women, and women having a higher slow twitch portion in their body than men. So what do that means? That means women endurance is better. They swimming, long distance running, cycling, stuff like that. Then it goes to men.
So don't. I feel like you should not speed past that.
Why?
The muscle fibers.
All right, so
because this is one of the main differences of what we can consider an unfair advantage.
Okay,
and the
so
reason why I say that is because naturally, once men start to hit puberty and we start to,
I was going to touch on that later, but go ahead.
Right. Once we start to build muscle and all those things, we generate a lot more fast twitch muscle fibers.
So let me stop you there. It was an article because I wanted to see the percentages in fast twitch muscles versus men versus women.
Right.
So to help you understand what we're talking about, when you watch a basketball game, men has fast twitch muscles. Fast twitch muscles is basically to get from point A to point B super, super fast.
Right.
Women have lack of fast twitch muscles. So when you watch NBA game versus a WNBA game, it almost looked like the women is running in slow motion.
Or it can't jump as high, et cetera,
can't be explosive and all of those type of things. So they did, excuse me, I was doing a lot of research trying to find this fast twitch muscle thing. So there was one article where they actually did that research, and the men fast twitch fibers is anywhere from 5% to 12% more than the woman. And I know that might not seem like a lot, but
No, that's a lot.
That's a lot.
That's a lot.
That's a lot. So the time it takes a woman to get from A to B, the man then cut that in half.
Right. So imagine a woman, 100-meter dash runner, fastest woman in the world versus the man's fastest runner in the world. What you'll start to see is, and I did my research too, it was like a 10% or 9% increase between that man and that woman. So what that means is that man outperformed that woman by 9%.
And he came out of that block, took 4 steps before she took 1.
So what happens is the man's time now is, say, 9.5 or whatever Usain Bolt ran, and then the woman's time is now 10, whatever the case may be.
Correct.
And in track, and that short distance is a lot of space.
A lot of space. So even so then you get down to muscle distribution. And in the men, it says between the men and women, for example, men may have more mass in the upper body. We're talking shoulders and chest, forearms and things of that nature. And the women, their mass is in the lower. Theirs is basically in their hips and in their thighs, which I love, by the way. That's where all them donkeys and them thick thighs come from. So good looking out.
Damn, girl.
Damn, girl. You how many muscle fibers do you have down there? You got that donkey back there.
Say that shit to a girl when she's walking past.
No, I ain't doing
what?
that. So then they did a test where they had response to strength training with men and women. So what they found was, it says both men and women can build muscle through strength training, but men tend to experience faster muscle growth due to their higher testosterone levels.
Right.
So they did a study on the testosterone levels. They're saying what?
No, go ahead.
I screwed that up.
Yeah, you keep saying. I don't know.
Testosterone.
That's
I say what the hell I want to say. Goddamn, this is my shit. Testosterone. I'll be fucking that word up. I hate that word. Well, anyway, they're saying that men are producing more than the women, and that's the gap that's separating.
Yeah, it said 20-fold more.
24?
20-fold.
20-fold.
Like 20 times more testosterone than women will.
Yes. So that's the difference in the body structure with the men and the women.
Mm-hmm.
And which it won't be fair when we go to compete. Prime example, if I take a woman that's 5'7", 140 pounds, I take a man that's 5'7", 140 pounds, that man is going to outperform her every single day because of the fibers. I'm about to butcher the word.
Testosterone.
That
you
too.
Probably got me fucking it up, man. But
I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
So
go ahead.
that's where that goes. That's where that goes. So here's the twist. We're trying to keep this as political as possible.
Yeah. And
where we don't.
For me, I didn't want it to sound like we was just arguing one side.
No.
Because at the end of the day, these are somebody's daughter, son, brother, sister,
Yes.
whatever. You know what I mean? These are people that have feelings and they're entitled to them.
Yes.
However, it's one of those things.
But
where,
on my side, I'm more of the safety and fairness.
and that's what the other side, the fair play
That's where
versus
I'm at.
human right.
Yes.
So when it comes down to it, trying to juggle the two, it's like two different arguments. They both have validation. However, when it comes down to it, when we talk about trying to find a mutual standing, you have to take both of it. That's why me and you was arguing, and you almost was coming at me like I was arguing for, and I was looking at you like you was arguing against. It's not that. It's just the fact that both of them have validation.
Yeah.
And what happens is when you talk about what somebody should and shouldn't be able to do, how can you tell me that? I'm a human just like you.
That's what I was about to say. I think it gets caught up in how it's being said versus what is being said.
Exactly. Well, I think it's a little bit of both. Because there's not enough science, technically. As we keep breaking this down, because we're nowhere near done, but as we keep breaking it down, it's one of those things where when you start to look at a biological male body,
yes,
and all the things that make us men, versus when you look at a female's body, you can obviously see the separation starts to happen. It usually happens around puberty.
Yes.
Like if you look at kids, you usually can see kids play We see it all the time when the girls go out here and play with the guys and stuff like that. When they're around that 12, 13, 14,
You cool.
You don't see much of a athletic difference. But once that little boy start to hit 14, 15, 16, 17, all the way up
to separate.
Exactly, all the way up until they 25, you start to see that young man start to grow into a man, and that woman start to grow into a woman. So where a man testosterone starts to go through the roof, a woman stays the same, and her estrogen starts to kick over, and she pretty much starting to get ready for her womanhood, and that itself creates a gap.
Yeah, and back to that where you go when you start going to the bones.
Yeah, bone density.
The bone density, the hands, the feet, the limbs.
So
even the female and the male face structures are different.
I even go deeper than that. We have more red blood cells.
Correct.
So for people that don't know, red blood cells is what helps our body pretty much oxidize our oxygen and all that stuff. So the more red blood cells you have, the better you are when it comes down to endurance and all those things. So for us as men, naturally, because we have more red blood cells than a woman do, naturally, that's another component that can help us outperform a woman when it comes down to certain endurance activities. So when it comes down to it, is you said hands and feet. We have larger heart and lungs. So then now our VO2 max and our heart can pump more blood and oxygen through our body. That helps us as well. So when it comes down to, I said VO2 max, our blood pressure is lower than women. So what happens with that is women fatigue faster than we do. So it's so many different things. I even got iron in here. It's so many different things that you can put into this, like how men are created, that gives us a competitive advantage against women. It's almost like taking, and we talked about it last week, it's like almost like taking a performance enhancement drug.
Yeah. So, in a nutshell, from what I like to think, or it has to be done before puberty. Now here, remember, I told you this is a rabbit hole.
Transitioning.
Yeah, this becomes a rabbit hole. And again, I don't disagree with any of it. Like, I don't agree or disagree. I don't have no, like, what a person do with their body, that's their God-given right. But how they feel inside, listen, I commend you. Like, you want to step out and change, and you're not afraid to do it. You had the heart. Yourself. That's what's up. Be yourself, you know. But in the sports world, we have to keep it even. Because if this doesn't get controlled, then we completely wipe out women's sports.
And that's the biggest thing, right?
Yeah.
When we say that, transgender community look at it as far as like transgenders have not been dominating in sports thus far. They've been winning, but they haven't been dominating as we would like to say.
Let me stop you there. When you say that, right? So now you have a company. Let's just use, I don't know, IMG, Exos. You have an agent. The agent see this athlete that's a transgender. Oh my God, got skills. Let me take you for 6 months, put you in one of these facilities, and now your fast twitch starts to kick in. Everything starts to double time, and now where you wasn't an elite athlete because you didn't do that extensive training, now you're getting that extensive training where we're working on your hip flexors. We're working on flexibility in the ankles. We're working on eye-hand coordination 20 times faster than what you was doing it by yourself. And then put you back into that competing world, you're gonna dominate.
Yeah. We see it with the stories that we hear about with transgender women. So, for example, we had Fallen Fox, the MMA fighter, that, what'd she do? She beat her opponent in 39 seconds.
Yeah.
Fractured her face.
Yes.
That's one situation. We've seen it again with, what's her name? I ain't even write it down. I think it's Leah Thompson.
Is that the cyclist?
No, that's the swimmer.
The swimmer.
She won the first NCAA what was it, 500 meters? 500-yard freestyle in 2022.
Yeah.
Transgender.
Yeah.
She blew it out. She blew the girls out the women about almost 2 seconds, which is a long time.
That's a long time in swimming.
Right. So when we look at those things.
Then you had the two kids that was running track, girls track.
Oh yeah, but so I was putting it the two examples I gave was elite sports.
Okay.
That's NCAA.
All right.
You know what I mean?
I got you.
So now when we break it down to not elite
don't
sport,
forget the cycler.
Yeah, the cyclist.
Yeah.
Veronica Ivy.
So here's a prime example of what we're saying that is not fair to do certain things in the sports world. When she competed as a cyclist with the males,
She was like last place.
she was dead last. Go to compete in the women's, and she won everything.
She broke the record.
Yeah.
So what happened was that's that 10% increase
Yes.
that we talk about.
Yes.
That 10% performance increase takes you from last to first.
Yeah.
And it's many other situations where we can sit there and talk about it. Like I was trying to figure out how long has she been cycling versus other women and et cetera, et cetera.
Now,
I couldn't find that. But
let me be clear. We are not against any of this. We're just saying.
You're gonna keep saying that the whole
Yes,
show.
I want to because I don't want him to sweat over there. He's like, oh
sweating
my
already.
God. But I need everybody to understand fully that we are not against transgenders or anybody. We're just trying to keep the playing field fair. That's all we want.
that's been our argument all week.
Yeah. How do we make this fair?
How do we make it fair? And I mean, there's no real one solution.
It hasn't been long enough.
For us, we just want to break it down why we see it's not fair.
Yeah.
And as much as they want to say it's not enough science, just
But it
looking
is.
at the male body and the female body,
is
that
enough
should be science
You
enough.
can even go to the hips.
Right. So when it comes, we have smaller pelvises, make us run
More
faster.
explosive,
so,
run
yeah,
faster.
all
Our
that type of
turnover is 10 times
We didn't even
faster.
talk about that.
We didn't even get into that.
Yeah, so when it comes down to
so-
when you look at the make of a man body versus a female body, you
Yeah.
can obviously see that there is some differences and enhancements that can help us outperform.
Your feet.
Right.
Our feet is bigger.
I remember when I was 13, they put us running track. Sometimes if they didn't have enough kids, they make you run at the higher age group. It was this girl that was 16, and I'm racing against her. But me as a 13-year-old, I was out running this 16-year-old girl. And that, I didn't even hit puberty yet.
Yeah.
So for me, like just by that 13-year-old muscle mass, whatever the case may be, I'm already out running one of the girls that are 3 years ahead of me.
Okay. I can even let's get off of the whole female, male, transgender thing, and let's just stick within the male sports. Let's just go to boxing. We got to keep it fair. There's no way on God's green earth,
I know where you're going with
154,
this. Yeah,
154, fight a heavyweight.
right.
150, and
That's
okay,
like Floyd Mayweather fighting
and
Mike Tyson. Yeah.
Tyson is going to destroy him. If he don't get on his bike and run around, and that ain't even going to work because Mike is good at that. He's going to destroy him. It's not going to last long.
So
You have to keep it even.
they're trying to get rid of categories within sports,
can't.
right? Men, women,
can't.
age, not age, but weight and all that type of stuff. They're trying to make it fair as possible, right? But the reason why categories is implemented is
Fairness.
for fairness.
You have to have it.
Because there's no way that Floyd Mayweather walk into a boxing ring with Mike Tyson and Mike Tyson don't kill him.
I do you one even
Your
better.
body's not even used to absorbing that much power and force.
Even as a female. How discouraging will that be for a little girl to try to compete with that and knowing there's no shot in hell I have a chance to win?
So that's one thing biological women are arguing is the fact that it's not fair. And that's the whole discrepancy between the two parties. Whereas though, like, they do have a shot. They just have to be elite.
Good luck.
That's the point.
Because there's not a lot of elite athletes out there. That window
Exactly.
is so small.
Exactly.
Because if that's the case, we would have a shitload of LeBron James. Matter of fact, we would have 10 Michael Jordans on one basketball court.
Exactly. So when it comes down to it, it's one of those things where in order for a woman, and this is not even going to the first place and the second place women, because those are the elite athletes. It's what about the third, the fourth, the fifth, you know what I mean? So it was a situation where Leah Thompson, swimmer, we was just talking about it before the podcast started. She placed fifth. So I'm not even talking about when she won. I'm talking about when she actually lost. She placed fifth in the 200 freestyle. There was a girl and Leah Thompson. They tied. They gave Leah Thompson the 5th place trophy and gave the girl the 6th place.
Yeah.
That girl went and advocated simply for biological women because of the fact that she looked at that as far as not being fair.
Yeah, it's not.
And you have to hear both sides.
Yeah.
You have to hear Leah Thompson's side where she wants to compete, but at the same time, you got to hear the other girl. I forget her name right now, but you got to hear her, like, how she feels as well.
And that's what I'm saying.
And that's where the human rights part come in at. And that's the rabbit hole.
But you discouraging a 100% woman in a 100% league.
Exactly, but the problem is transgender women want to be seen as 100% women.
You can.
And have the 100% woman experience and have the human right experience.
And I'm all for that, but it just has to be fair.
And that's where it's like the caveat is like sports has to be something entirely different than what society is. So like you should be able to go to work, you should be able to identify, live as a woman and all that type of stuff. But when we start putting you in competition with
different,
it starts to create an imbalance and it's not fair to the other party.
So because you walked around as a man 25, 27, 30 years, you have full DNA, full structure.
You benefited from puberty, being a man, all that stuff. That's like me being a 33-year-old man deciding I want to go play female football, and I go through my transition.
And now you take pills for, 6 months to a year.
Yeah.
You think everything that's in you for 33 years is going to do. You think now, mind you, you was already an athlete. Yeah. So now you think your fast twitch muscles are not going to fire up?
No, I'll decrease as far as performance, but not to the point
where you're going to be able to be leveled out with a woman.
Right.
It's not going to happen. You're always going to have that edge.
Right.
It's never going to be fair. It's never. So where we can even do weightlifting, you can get a transgender to go compete in the women's weightlifting.
They have one of those.
They did?
Yeah, but this is the part that they leave out. That lady was 45 years old.
Yeah, that don't count.
So New Zealand weightlifter Laura Hubbard, she went to the 2020 Olympics in Tokyo. Mm-hmm. She competed in the women's super heavyweight 87-kilogram weightlifting category in Tokyo. But she did not advance because she failed all 3 of her attempts. Mm-hmm. But I start looking at the ages of these girls competing. You see 22, 31, 31, 34, 33. She's 45 years old. It's after her peak. You know what I mean? So when it comes down to it, not only is she getting older, but at the same time, her testosterone levels is dropping. And she has to do testosterone testing and all that stuff to be able to qualify to compete as a woman.
And I don't think...
So therefore, of course, she's not going to perform well.
No.
So you can't use that as an elite athlete performing against elite.
Take the same age.
Exactly. And that's where it's like, do we continuously let them compete until we build enough science, or do we just
create a league of its own?
And then this is the problem. It's not enough of them.
Okay, let's go co-ed.
That's the main thing that I thought of, and it'll allow men
to compete
that might not be elite.
Yes.
They still have a place where they can go. So as for example, I look at it like the decathlon and all that type of stuff. What happens is I might not be the fastest runner. I might not be the best javelin thrower. I might not be the best pole vaulter or the high jumper or whatever the case may be. But if you put all those things into one event, I might be better than everybody at that. Correct. So I don't have to be the fastest. I don't got to be strongest. I don't got to be the best, whatever the case may be. But there is a category for me to be considered the best athlete.
And at the same time, you sign up for this.
Exactly.
You agreed for the transgender woman, transgender man to be in this same rim with you. So whatever happens, if this transgender win, you have nothing to say.
I don't know how much you watch track, but you see how they try to put co-ed races in there now, where it's 2 men, 2 women.
Yeah.
Why not have that become a whole entire category?
I'm for that too.
Yeah, but the problem is they're not for that. They don't want to be excluded. The whole thing is being included. They want the whole woman experience.
And I get it, but you can't have it. The simple fact that your DNA makeup doesn't allow you to have it.
See, now you're talking logic, but it's not logic.
It is logic.
they're arguing off of their emotions and how
Yes.
they feel.
Yes.
I feel like I want to be.
And we are all for that as long as it's fair.
I get that, and
Because-
that's what the whole Olympic thing is saying. The possibility of, you know what I mean? Fair play. It is a human right.
Yes.
You have the possibility of competing,
Yes.
but it has to be fair.
Yeah. Because this opens
How do
up.
we make it fair?
We create a lane for them.
But that's the only way. But they have to mutually want that. And that's, see, I did so much research on this. Every time I watch one thing and go here, I even watched the podcast called Queer Sports, where it was like 5 transgender sitting at a table pretty much discussing this main topic and how they felt and all that stuff. But as much as they was trying to throw out facts about the human body and testosterone supposedly don't give you an unfair advantage in sports and blase, a lot of their stuff was inaccurate.
And the fact that you saying that it,
And when it comes down to it, a lot of their arguments was based off of how they felt, which is cool and justifiable.
but
However,
it doesn't make it fair.
it doesn't make it fair to the woman.
Because
And
if you say that your levels are down, that doesn't have anything to do with the power that you're going to put down in the ground from the massive quads, your hips.
One of them even said that they don't care how biological women feel. Because
That's not fair.
exactly. So that we just feel like we're women, so we should be able to compete.
But you're ignoring everybody else's feelings and you're being selfish and you're only locking in on what you feel. Because if that's the case, then
Welcome to the world today.
it's not fair. It's not fair. I don't agree with it. And
I mean,
I kind of,
that's the whole point of it being a controversy, though.
yeah.
But I wanted to make sure that our listeners and our viewers seen not only the black side but also the white side, so it can create conversation of like, how can we find the gray? Everybody has their own solutions. Everybody has their own. I even watched one say, get rid of. Well, somebody's solutions like get rid of categories. Period. Let men and women compete against each other. Look, this is what he said. Find a way. He said, find a way to make it so first place and last place. We talked about this.
There we go.
Yeah,
Last place stuff.
exactly.
Go
More
ahead.
simply, first place and last place, everybody has a place in sports. So whether you're the elite of the highest, and then at the bottom of the total poll, you can still get a trophy. Everybody feels included.
No.
And I was like, no, not that.
We're not doing that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I get a trophy for losing.
Yeah, like no, we're not doing that. So
Because no, we're not doing that. That's another rabbit hole.
right.
But no, they have to. They're so into just what they feel is not fair.
I mean, everybody's entitled to how they feel.
But you can't. You have to.
But that's where
You have to mentally play both sides.
That's why I pointed out mutual. Mutual means both parties got to
Yes.
agree. Mutual. If you don't agree with the other side, how do you expect them to agree with you?
We come up with a whole new league. It's simple. You follow the blueprint.
Just create another category.
Yeah, follow the blueprint. The NBA had men, women wanted to play, couldn't
WNBA.
compete. They started the WNBA.
Yeah, but
So now let's just start another league.
yeah, but
There's nothing wrong with
the
it.
problem is within high school sports, youth sports, and all that type of stuff. There's
So,
not enough
okay,
of them.
this is what I wanted to say. If that decision to transition over male to female is done before they hit puberty,
Fair game.
fair game.
See now,
Now that goes into a
Another
rabbit
problem.
hole.
Yeah, the
How
rabbit
do this
hole.
baby, this little kid make a decision
Yeah,
and who
exactly.
parents? So it's another rabbit hole.
how
But
do you make that decision at
Yeah,
the age of
at the age
12,
of 12
13,
that you wanna-
that you want to be?
Yeah.
you was born a man, but then you go
But
into a
then-
female.
it's done.
I know, but you
We got a
put-
basketball father that let it happen.
Yeah, but you create this pressure to push kids into a certain sexual corner where they don't have the ability to learn and grow and know what it like. A kid that's 12, 13 is not mature enough to make those decisions.
How old was Dwayne Wade's son transitioned over to a daughter? How old is she? How old is she?
I don't know. 16.
She was 16? Under 16.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
at the same time, you know, she probably already have some characteristics of.
Yeah. So I'm just trying to.
If she transitioned, and
just-
you don't know if she went through the full transition and the
but I'm just trying
testosterone
to
and all
figure
that
out,
stuff too.
like, if it's done before you hit puberty, then you're fair game.
Yeah, but I mean,
But when you
a
get
lot of
into
these,
your,
a lot of these trans people
don't figure that out until they get their grown man strength.
exactly, and then you have a situation where I'm 30 and I'll decide like I want to transition, and then I want to compete as a woman, and then boom.
I don't know, dude. This is like I said, you have to.
Every podcast reaches a point where they be like, I really don't know.
Yeah.
I really don't know the answer.
I do know the answer. You create your own league, that co-ed
I'm
league.
unprofessional today.
Huh?
So look, I'm unprofessional today.
Always talking about me. But no, I just think a co-ed league where 100% man, 100% woman, transgender man, transgender woman, all agree and is not afraid of the outcome.
But I think you should open it to a point where a man or a woman, regular, biological, whatever the case may be, should be able to compete in that league as well. Make
That's
it
what I
all
said.
inclusive, yeah.
That's what I said. I said 100% woman,
Yeah.
100% man, transgender woman, transgender man, all play in one league willingly and knowing what the outcome could possibly be.
Right. And then you just go out there and
You
compete.
just go out there and compete.
Right. Be the best man, woman that you want to be.
Yeah, and now no one is frowning, no one feelings is getting hurt. There's no protesting, there's no conversation being had.
And-
because before I signed my paperwork, I knew what I was getting to was right there in black and white.
And the whole, it is a human right to be able to participate in sports is now covered because you're participating.
Yes.
We made it okay for you to participate with not making it unfair for everybody else.
And if I go into something, let's just say boxing, I know willingly what this transgender can possibly do to me, and I have to live with that.
Right.
It's fair now.
Right.
But to go in there and you transition from a man to a woman, we get in this boxing ring, you hit me with a knee, or you hit me with because I'm going to tell you right now, it ain't too many women that I can't back down playing basketball.
They gonna send that shit, bro. You put somebody like Brittany Griner on you, or she gonna send that shit. You little as shit. You gonna she gonna,
Bro,
she like
that
6.
shit
How
sound
tall
good.
is she?
I hit her with one of these mean ass elbows, and she's the fuck out of here.
Yeah, see, I didn't do no research on that, so I ain't gonna throw that out there. But there is a non-binary woman in the WNBA.
The fuck what you talking about? If I get in that game, first of all, my pride ain't letting that shit happen.
She gonna send that shit, bro.
She ain't sending nothing.
She's sending that
She
shit.
gonna be so far underneath that backboard that when she jump or raise her hand, she gonna hit that shit.
Audrey Wilson is sending that shit. You
I
try
hear
to
you.
go up there if you want
I
to.
hear y'all. That shit sound good.
She like, what you doing, little man? Send that shit.
You really gonna let her do that when you get out there and play ball? No. All that bullshit.
It's either
Are
gonna be
you
I'm gonna make
going-
this shot or it's gonna be an offensive foul.
Going to let her? So you're saying the same thing I said. It just sounds better when you say it.
But I mean, if we playing by real rules and all that type of stuff, she's sending your shit, bro. I'm not gonna say that about me, but she's
not
sending
sending
shit.
nothing. She's not sending nothing.
That's all right.
I'm sorry. It's just not gonna happen. Because I'm telling you, I'm backing her down. And it's a wrap.
She's just gonna wait till
look
you
so
go
far,
up, and then she
she'll
gonna
be
send
so
that shit.
far underneath that backboard. It's not even funny,
Bro.
Like you can have that conversation if a person ain't athletic. You can have that conversation. Well, she's gonna, bro. We athletic. That is not happening.
That's not even your sport though.
Yes, I play basketball, and I'm rough with it too, and don't give a shit. I'm gonna give you everything you looking for. How many fouls I got? 6.
6.
You might get them all in that one play.
Yeah.
You said quarter. I said one play. Bro, it's not gonna happen. Bro. Like it's just not. It's not gonna happen. They just have to make it fair. Come with a league of their own. Not even a league of their own. Just if it's the
I just
Olympics,
think,
they got their own little.
As I hear both sides, I try to approach this topic with empathy and being open-minded as possible. Even though I had my own opinions, it was just more so I just wanted to openly hear what both sides had to say.
Yeah.
And when it came down to it, I don't think there's ever going to be a real gray area once transgender transition into women's sports.
then
I don't because
it's not fair.
that biological woman is always going to feel
Yes.
some kind of way, and that's
Yes.
not mutual. So I think the best way for me to see this happening, my opinion, is exactly what we said. Create a co-ed league, create something where everybody can participate.
And
so
everybody
even if you're
willingly know what's going on.
and even if you're not the most athletic male or most athletic female, you still have somewhere you can go.
And let me say this too. The sports world, we are not against transgenders. We're not against y'all. We're just saying let it be fair. It's not fair for you to go and dominate. Like we love the fact that you guys want to play sports. Hey, that's what's up. But it has to be.
The transgender community don't even look at it as far as it being just like sports don't want us in there. It goes even as far as like it goes political, and that's the rabbit hole of like healthcare, and you know what I mean. And that's where the human rights part come in at.
Yeah.
Sports is just one thing right now that is creating this.
Yeah. Well, I'm only talking about the sports.
But that's what I mean, though. That's where the rabbit hole comes in. You're going to keep diving down, and that's what makes it so controversial and such a sensitive topic because, honestly, as men, we don't really understand exactly what they feel and how they go. Like, I can't imagine competing against women as a man.
I can. I'm dominating. It's a fact. I know it's an easy win. Think about it. If we play football right now,
Aja Wilson is sending that shit.
if we play football right now and a female have on a pair of shoulder pads and she's standing in front of that end zone, what do you think is going to happen?
That happened even when we was in Little League.
Yes, what you think is going to happen?
I told you a story about when my brother played a girl for the first time. She was lined up at defensive end. He was at like wing back or something like that. Cracked back on that girl. She went all the way to the other side of the line.
You know, I think it was, who was Dobbins? Somebody had a girl kicker. We didn't give a shit about the kick. We getting her off this field. I'm going to air her out.
Mm-hmm. They become a target.
Yes. So I don't want to. What you think is going to happen when, switch over to the women's sport? You're going to be dominant. You know for a fact you can win. It's not fair.
You know they actually got a girl playing college football, right? Her name is Haley Van. I don't know how to say her last name. She playing college football.
Who she play for?
She play for. I hate when they give you like a title, but don't tell you the school. She played Division III at Shenandoah University.
I don't even know where that's at or heard of it.
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, she had D3?
Yeah, she had D3.
Yeah.
D3. But she's a woman playing football.
She's not getting on the field.
I seen that a couple weeks ago.
Bro, she's not getting on the field.
She be on the field. She got a couple tackles. They be dragging the shit out of her, but she got a couple tackles.
Bro, that's not a tackle. Stop, man. That's not a tackle.
You ever seen the little Giants when the little bull jump on spike back and they just see that's a relevant football movie.
Bro, stop. Who?
Little Giants. You don't know Little Giants? You know Little Giants.
Baseball?
Little Giants.
Little Giants football?
The movie.
No, I don't know that shit.
You never watched Little Giants?
No, I'm not watching no dumb shit like that. Yeah, I'm not watching
That's a childhood classic, bro.
For who? I'm a grown-ass man. I'm not watching that shit. Huh? I never watched that. Never, when Little League shit is like, the only Little League they had was Little League baseball games.
It's funny we talking about this because they had Icebox, who was a female playing football.
Icebox?
Yeah.
Who the hell is Icebox?
See, we can't talk, bro. He talking about the program.
Yo,
he don't even know the
you're
Little
out
Giants.
of pocket. Who is Icebox?
Icebox in the movie was a female that played fullback and middle linebacker, and she was trashing him.
Bro, they wrote that for her to do that.
I get that.
And after that, they say cut.
I get that.
It's not
but
real.
I'm saying it just goes with the topic.
That shit don't go on no damn topic.
Yeah, Icebox.
No.
Shout out to Icebox.
Icebox.
You got to update your movie list. That's your problem. You be going back to these old ass the program. What else you say last week? I'm like, yo, what is he?
What are you talking about?
Yeah, old ass movies.
King of New York? That's old?
It was when it come out, the 80s.
I don't know, but you never heard of King of New York?
I heard King of New York. I just don't.
New Jack City.
It's just I heard of New Jack City.
What are we talking about?
I watched those things, but it's like when he makes these movie reference, my brain got to go all the way back to my childhood in order to understand what you be talking about.
Goodfellas. John Gotti. Please don't tell me you never saw John Gotti.
John Gotti is boring as shit.
I'm done with him.
Bro,
I am
that
done with
mafia
him.
movie is
All right.
barely any killing in it. It's just a whole bunch
John
of
Gotti?
Yes.
He watched the wrong John Gotti.
I probably did though.
He talking about barely any killing in John Gotti.
Who in it?
There's only one on. There's only one on HBO.
Though.
Not the new one, the old one.
What's the new one? What's the new one?
Yeah, no, not him.
Yeah. That's the one. That's the joint I watched.
That's not the real John Gotti.
That joint was boring.
No. The real John Gotti is the best mob movie out.
All right, I'm gonna go watch that. I'm gonna do my history.
Yeah, it is.
I'm gonna go do my history.
Huh? Yes, it is. You know Casino real.
Yeah.
Casino real. Yeah. It's better than Casino. It's better. John Gotti. You already knew he was getting whacked.
Right.
Yeah, you knew he was getting whacked. Yeah.
The old ass movies.
Anyway, we jumping off target. They said we're not supposed to jump off target.
Yeah. But
Stay the course.
So we going to transition from that very sensitive topic.
Because this was a boring ass show, wasn't it?
I think it was just like a lot of information.
It's a lot of information.
But to segue into something totally different, a girl just went viral. Now we're now entering the pod.
The pod, baby.
Yeah.
The pod. We are into the pod.
Yeah. So a girl just went viral because some dude tried to take her on a date and took her to the Cheesecake Factory, and she didn't want to get out the car.
When you take out a beautiful woman and you're courting her, because I get courted.
Man, sit your dumb ass down.
So I just want to talk about.
Bitch, who you think you are?
pretty much. Like
you are.
Like she like if you trying to court a girl and you should take me to No.
Take you where?
No.
5-star restaurant?
Exactly.
I don't even know you.
Exactly.
I don't even know you.
And if I do take you to that 5-star rate, something else is on that tab.
Yeah.
You gotta read that fine print.
What did the comedian say? Who was it? Oh shit. He was like, if you order lobster, you do know dick come with the lobster. It is a combination.
Yeah, right. That's it.
I'm not bullshitting. You got to have money to take women to restaurants because women go to restaurants and lose their goddamn mind, man. They got to order from that expensive side of the menu, the side with the steak and the lobster and the Dom Perignon. Guys like to give them that little warning too, huh? Ooh, honey, you understand? That's the fucking side of the menu. You understand that?
Right.
Was that D.L. Hewley? Somebody said that shit. It was funny. That's who that was?
I don't know.
But that's the God's honest truth.
We look at it as far as like, why
that.
am I spending $300-$400 on you and I barely know you? I don't even know if I really like you yet.
Yeah, you ain't worth that. You ain't worth. Because if that's the case, then we just gonna skip dinner. I'm just gonna give you the money and we go upstairs and pop, and then you going about your way. Because if that's what it's about,
right,
then let's go ahead and stop faking. Let's go and get this out the way.
Exactly.
Man, what up? You think I'm gonna take you to what?
I barely like
Butcher and Singer. I'm not taking you to no goddamn Butcher and Singer. You know how much that shit costs?
On some real shit, I don't even like buying girls drinks. Like when we at the bar and all that stuff.
I don't
like buying girls drinks.
I don't do it. I don't do it.
I did it a couple times.
Nah.
Just like send her one over there.
Nah, I'm not even playing that game. I don't even do that. Ain't no round. I'm not doing that.
No, I can't do that shit either.
Only time, like if I did it, I'm drunk and I'll go to the middle of the bar because I know a couple people. I say from the middle of the bar all the way down, run me a tab,
Some
and we get drunk.
Shit.
True.
Yeah.
On that, but for you to walk up on the side of me talking about, can you buy me a drink? Can you buy me one?
Right.
The fuck, you ain't got no money. Why would you come out here? And I've known girls at the bar that would sit there and wait to guys to come buy them drinks.
I hate buying girls drinks
I don't
at the
do
bar.
that.
Right.
Yeah, like I have to.
Or just for me to be able to conversate, you expect me to buy you a drink.
Yeah.
It's not
like
happening.
both of us had this conversation.
Yeah.
So you buy me a drink too. So no, I don't even entertain that.
Right. I think it's thoroughly shit when you at the bar and a girl offer to buy you a drink. And then now you get to like, nah, you know what?
Yeah. Like I got into it one time with a female at a bar, and she was like kind of want to hint around that I was broke or something like that. And I'm like, yo, I'm not that guy that you play those games with. Like, look, I don't have to buy anybody a drink, but don't act like I can't buy you a drink.
Right.
And she kept going on, and she tried to tell me who she is. I said, well, listen, let's stop playing games. Bottle for bottle. Well, what you mean? You heard what I said. You buy a bottle and I'm going to buy a bottle. We're going to keep going bottle for bottle and let's see who lasts longer. I said, because you're going to fuck your rent money up.
Right.
I ain't got no rent. Okay, you're going to fuck your mortgage money up. Whatever bill you getting ready to pay, you great fuck it up.
She was playing that whole like.
Yeah. So
Boss lady
I
shit.
don't, if I'm feeling you and if I want to take you to a 5-star restaurant, then I'm going to take you to a 5-star restaurant.
I was just like, where did we get into this day and age where women feel like just because you giving me pussy that I should just give you all my money?
Because I'm going to say the same thing. I'm giving you dick.
Exactly.
So what are we talking about?
This shit is an even trade.
My dick got a price tag on it too.
Like that shit crazy. Like,
what are we talking about right now? Like, yo, they be out of pocket with it.
Remember we was having that conversation in here and we was asking the girls?
Oh my God.
How much would they charge?
Oh my God. So we had a conversation in here one time with the
with my clients.
With his clients.
And a lot of them predominantly female. And
he's lying.
They bad.
All of them.
Yeah.
He got about
I got one male client.
1 or 2.
Yeah, 1 or 2.
Yeah. So the conversation was, if we at the bar and we feeling each other and we've been at the bar for about an hour, 2 hours, and we drinking and we feeling each other, and I proposition you with how much is it going to cost for one night.
Right.
And we just started asking the women.
Just one night.
One night.
And we asked, the first girl we asked, it was like, what'd she say?
I think she said 10,000.
No, it was like real. It was just like, if I like you, shit, we could go out for free.
Yeah, I like her.
Yeah,
she's good
yeah.
with me.
And then,
Dev, keep her.
and then it just started happening like this hour. Like I just had client after client coming in.
God.
So as the gym filled up with female clients, it was just like, oh, what would you charge?
Yeah.
She'll
So
look
that
at the
number-
other girl and it'd be like 300.
Yeah.
I'm like, all right, that's not bad. And then the next girl come in, how much you charging? And that shit started getting ridiculous.
It started going to 1,000.
It was like 5,000. It was
5,000. One said 10,000. 10,000.
One girl said, what'd she say, $1 million?
$1 million.
$1 million for one night.
I hated her ever since then. $1
That
million.
pussy better been golden.
I don't even want that shit. If I pay $1 million for, I'm gonna cut it off and put it in a suitcase and put some gold lights around that shit.
Right.
$1 million. I'm
And
not.
just pull that shit out just to show other people,
Yeah.
yo, you ever seen $1 million pussy
Yeah,
before?
here's $1 million piece of pussy right here. Bing, pull it up. Ah, there's no way I'm paying for
It'd
$1
be
million.
like the female version of Gold Member. You seen that?
Yeah. Who?
Gold Member. Austin Powers and Gold Member.
Yeah, I seen that.
Oh, all right, cool.
I
All
seen
right,
that. I was fucking with them kind of a little bit. But bro, if I pay $1 million for a piece of pussy, I'm gonna put it in. I don't want to hit it. I don't want to touch it. It's $1 million. I got to keep this in a suitcase.
Right.
The fuck? And the woman that was saying it was regular. I'm looking at her like $1 million for you?
And then you look at him like, bruh.
No, you don't even know how to fuck. I know you whack. Like, there's no way I'll be mad I pay $1 million. Whoa, where you going? Where you going? I'm ready to go home. Shit, you better take that off. You can go home, but just put that shit on the table. Nah, it's not paying $1 million for that. That's not gonna work. The numbers was crazy how these women be thinking, but
I'd be like, you think, and then you can go places where
So
it'd
let
be
me
like,
ask
that
you,
should be free.
if
That
you
should be like
pulled up-
$100 and they be bad as shit.
but if you in the car and you pulled up to, well, first of all, what's wrong with Cheesecake Factory?
First of all, nothing's wrong with the Cheesecake Factory.
What's wrong with that, John?
And then second of all right, you might not like the food. Well, I don't know. You could get
Every time
something.
I went, the food was good.
No, the one thing about the Cheesecake Factory, which I was like, what the hell is wrong with this, is that they got such a big menu.
Yeah.
That if you don't like this type of food, that type of food, you can find something on this menu to order. And plus, girls go there with their girlfriends all the fucking time.
Hold on, let me stop you. I'm gonna look dead in this camera. Because I know some of y'all are gonna say, oh, they just broke. Da-da-da-da-da. I promise you, any fucking restaurant you want to go to, I done already been there. So you better watch how you respond to this shit. Because I know what they saying. Oh, cheesecake, oh, them niggas broken. Da-da-da. I'm telling you right now,
But-
do not cross that line because you're gonna get yourself embarrassed. Go ahead, Dev. I had to put that out there. Because I know what's gonna happen.
But for me, the perfect first date is something more intimate where we could sit down and actually talk and get to know you.
Yeah.
Now, second date, third date, whatever the case may be, and I decide that I want to spoil you a little bit. Now let's go.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Whereas the
I'm with
first
that.
date, I'm not
I'm
doing
not
that
jumping
shit.
out the window.
I spent $100 on a date, but like, yo, I could have spent that shit on my daughter. I ain't doing that shit no more.
$100?
Yeah, but it was just like,
Hey, y'all may have to comment on my man over here. Oh, fuck, $100. I ain't gonna
no, but it's more so I couldn't imagine if I spent $500.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like we went to a joint. I wasn't really feeling a girl like that. I'm like, I'm
Most you
wasting
spent.
my time. Huh?
Most you spent in a restaurant.
I think it was 5.
100?
I don't drink like that at restaurants. You be throwing that shit up. The most I ever spent out was when we went out with my clients and I paid for everybody drinks. Well, everybody food. Pay for everybody food and all that type of stuff, and that shit came out to like 1,000. I was in here training cats and dogs.
Yeah, now he know how I feel. Every time we go out on his birthday, he include his whole clientele. I pick the tab up. Now he know how I feel. But that shit don't bother me. I think the most I spent.
He trained them. He get like $300 a session. That shit gonna come back in a week.
Whatever, man. I think the most I spent. Jesus, man. Damn. Me and wifey went out close to 1,000.
Just y'all two.
Yeah,
Y'all OD. No.
close,
No.
close
No.
to it.
But that's your vice though. Is
Yeah, that's my
restaurant.
thing. That's my thing. That's restaurants, all that kind of shit.
Yeah,
I'm
he
all
love
for
restaurants and shit like that.
Yeah, I'm all for that shit. Let me
Like
see.
for me, if I feel like spending money, yeah, I'll run the tab up. But I don't really drink when I go out like that. Like at the restaurant, I don't really drink like that.
we get fucked up.
No, I sit there and order $20 drinks and shit like that.
We was somewhere, and I ordered because I did some research where they was basically saying that all these different vodkas, tequilas
Or fake.
are fake. So you talking Casamigos, Don Julio, all these name brand, top, supposed to be top notch tequilas was what I was drinking, and they were saying that it wasn't real. And the one that they said was real was
Start with an A, right?
Adul. Is that it?
Something like that. I know what
Tequila.
you're talking about.
The
know
top
what
tequila. It comes in that like that little vase, that blue and white vase. Azul.
There you go.
That Azul is the one that's the real tequila.
Classic
1942,
tequila.
1942, Don Julio. all
$180
those-
a bottle.
Yeah. All those other, they're fake. Kevin Hart's, The Rock. What's the actor name? His shit. They were saying like all those are not real tequilas. And they were saying Azul is the only one that's top notch. So I get it.
That's how I feel about scotch.
I got 2 shots.
Yeah.
My man said $56. Wait a minute. I said, what the fuck? But I know, one time I went to Vegas and they had, I would have did it, but I don't drink brown. They had this, what is it? It's in this little round joint. It was $300 a shot.
$300 a shot.
$300 a shot. I would have did it, but I don't drink brown. If it was white,
What was it? The whiskey? Because
Louis.
I drink.
That's what it was. Louis.
Is it?
Yep.
Is it?
It was in a round. Yeah, it's
Louis
Louis.
the 13th?
Yeah, that's what it was.
Is it a brandy or?
I don't know. It's brown. I don't drink brown, so I couldn't tell you. Yeah, but it was $300 a shot, and I wanted to do it so bad just for the experience. I probably would have had cranberry with it, but
Bro, you gotta stop with the girly drinks, bro.
Nah, I ain't
Just
doing
drink
that.
that shit.
Shit.
Yo, imagine this is for our listeners and our people watching. Imagine G Big Ass at the fucking table and he ordered his drink and it come out with a big ass drum and umbrella and fucking sprinkles.
I don't give a shit.
Sprinkles
That's how I
coming out
drink
of
it.
this shit
That's
like
how-
foam.
Listen. That's how I drink. Listen. Give
He
me.
be big as shit sipping the straw. Like, bro, you can't be doing that shit.
Yo,
bro.
let me
Like,
get. If I get a shot, it's mixed with cranberry, and they be like, "Yo, you big, bro." Send that shit to me without cranberry and see if I drink it. That shit will sit there. I go about way. And I
See,
don't feel no type of way.
If I drink sweet drinks like that, I'll get a
It's
crazy
not.
hangover the next day.
Yo, first of all, it's not a sweet drink. You
That
gotta
is
stop
sweet. That shit.
It's not sweet, bro. What are you
Dwight
talking
Howard.
about?
That's what I'm gonna call it now.
Oh, he said I got a Dwight Howard. I don't even want to drink. That's why I ain't drinking now. That's why I ain't drinking now. But anyway, back to if I pulled up to Cheesecake Factory, and I pull up, and she tells me or she tells you she ain't getting out because I don't like that restaurant. What you gonna do?
Probably leave it there. I'll probably like just go ahead and get out. I'll probably leave it. Yeah, kick that bitch right out.
No,
The crazy thing
I mean,
is
I
when you
don't
was
know.
watching it, she locked my man out his own car. She,
No, we ain't doing that.
Like if you go back and watch it, she had to let him back in his own car. And he sat there and let that shit happen. I'm not. One, you trying to embarrass me. Two, I'm trying to just vibe with you.
Nah, I can't. I ain't
Bro,
doing that.
you gotta get out. I'm cool. I'm cool with kicking somebody out of my car. What would you do?
I'll kind of like Yeah, she's out of there. So I'm kicking her out.
Yeah.
And I'm not taking her home. I'm kicking her out right on the
That's
spot.
what I mean.
Yeah,
No,
I'm kicking her out right on the
You
spot.
don't like the cheesecake? Well, I mean.
Yeah. The bus is right down there.
And then I'm going to take myself to the expensive joint just because I know I could.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
No, that's not good. That's not good work. Yeah. Y'all women got to get y'all shit together. Because you could have waited on the second date and he would have took you to the 5-star restaurant, asshole.
Right. Oh, so I didn't even know that.
Oh.
So he was going.
You stinking heifer. So let me
Yeah.
get this right. My man had every intention on taking you to a 5-star restaurant. You was in the
I
house
didn't even know that,
putting
though.
on your goddamn eyelashes, taking forever. You missed your reservation. This is all he can get.
Right.
And she would never see me again.
I mean, I don't think she want to see my man again.
Yeah.
I mean,
See, that's fucked up because she ain't supposed to or say that part. She
that's
ain't shit.
That shit crazy.
Old stink ass heifer. You ain't shit. You ain't shit. So now we got one more segment.
One more segment.
We're going to talk about the top five. Top five. We're going top 5 superfoods.
Superfood.
So when we say superfood, we're talking about nutritions, dense food that supplies vitamins, minerals, and all kinds of stuff. Low in sugar, uninflammatory to the body. It's all
potatoes.
healthy. All healthy. It's not a superfood though. All healthy stuff. So what I'm going to do first, I'm going to give you the fake superfoods. So the whole, I did my.
He was doing his research and he feel like he could teach me something today, y'all.
Yeah.
So go ahead.
So
We're gonna let him rock. He think he could teach me something.
that's why I like.
That's why he be doing these top 5s and don't really let me know what it is until the day of, so he could try to teach me. I be like, bro, what's
That's
your
why
top
I-
5? He be like, don't worry, I got it.
That's why I like.
He told
when
me some
Rashida was
bullshit
here.
earlier. He was like, top 5 scary movies. The fuck? Then he came out like, you know what? It's about to be showtime. We're gonna do top 5 superfoods.
Yeah. So the whole gist of them naming superfood is to charge them high prices.
Mm-hmm.
That's the whole gist of the word superfood. It's nothing to it. The stuff that they say that it is not. They have all the research on the planet to show that this is just marketing scheme.
Right.
Super prices. You know what I mean? Mark it up. So
Push their nutritional
it's not even a nutrition agenda. It's just to push the price up. Where I could take this piece of cheese and say it's 99 cents, and then say, well, this super cheese over here is $1.89. That's it. So we see that this
nutritional
is more,
agenda, though.
yeah, it's
That's all
more
it is.
healthy for our body. But the whole gist of it is just to mark it up and get more money.
Mm-hmm.
So they got 5 that is fake, whole grains, all fake superfood because they all come from a factory that do their own chemicals and there's
Right.
no vitamins or anything in it. Then they got the one that everybody claim they love is dark chocolate.
Oh, I always hated dark chocolate for my
Yeah.
clients.
And they always talk about how dark chocolate is a superfood and it's good for nutrition, vitamins. There's no proof. They have no research or no health benefits to your body at all. So that's all fake. Then the one that's everybody's going to be shocked at is kale. They say
I always put kale in my smoothies,
but
all the time.
the purpose that you put kale in is for the vitamin A. Kale has no vitamin A at all
To be
whatsoever.
honest, I put it in there because it's green. I'm like, I need something.
Yeah,
green
but
in
you
there.
just not. No, stop
Go ahead,
it.
I'm
Stop it.
listening.
Yeah. Then they have something called manuka, which is honey,
Mhm.
and they saying that's a superfood. That is a markup. 2 ounces of manuka honey costs $50. Yeah, look at your face. Superfood, super product, super money.
If somebody,
And
if I seen
basically-
somebody with
And basically,
Manuka in their shopping cart, but
Yes.
bro, put that shit back.
and basically, all it is sugar and water.
That's crazy.
That's all it is. And then the last one is pomegranate juice. Fake. You get more vitamins and everything from orange juice than pomegranate.
But they put so much sugar in orange juice.
But the orange juice is more healthier than that. It's all fake. That's crazy.
I'm
all
gonna
this
come
stuff.
back. I'm gonna do my research.
Go ahead, do your verse.
I'm gonna do my research.
I don't like him. I ain't had this problem when what's her name was on here and shit. We just rolled and vibed.
Not saying she's just gonna roll over, but I ain't just gonna let you just throw out shit and not.
Why would I throw that shit out?
I'm just making sure
This
that
is
people understand that you get
So
challenged.
now I'm
with
gonna
your
give you
top five.
some real superfood. Eggs with the yolk. It could be duck eggs, goose eggs, as long as it's from a bird,
It's a
and you
superfood.
take the yolk with it. It's a superfood.
I never understood egg whites.
You want to eat them with it.
I know, but you know how like people like buy egg whites and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
As a fitness professional, I never understood why people do that.
Well-
and it's because of the fat that's in the egg yolk, but that's good fat. And then at the end of
Yeah.
the day, it's not gonna. That's going to get burnt so fast.
But
that
that's
it's
the reason.
not going to make you gain weight. Fat
But
or-
it ain't for the actual gaining weight. It's for what you said, the energy and all that,
Right,
other
like
vitamins and all that
exactly.
shit. Then they got the other one, and this is a good one: sardines.
I'm not eating sardines.
Sardines with the skin and the bone in.
I'm not eating sardines.
Sardines is so powerful in vitamins and proteins and everything. You could be in a cave for
That's
3
them little
years.
fish?
Yes. You could be in a cave for 3 years and just eat sardines and come out more healthier than anybody on the planet. That's how rich they are.
I'm not eating sardines. You got
Okay. Well, you'll eat sardines versus the one I'm about to say. Number 4. Well, actually number 3. Liver. Chicken liver, cod liver, pork liver, goose liver, moose liver.
See, you probably losing the audience right now.
I'm just
Like,
telling you the
people like,
truth. I'm telling you the truth.
I know, but these are not foods that people are going to want to eat.
Because it's not marketable.
And it's just nasty.
True that. But if you can get past the taste now, like I'm gonna be honest, I'm gonna eat the sardines, I'm gonna eat the eggs, the liver, I'm not gonna eat.
When the last time you ate sardines?
When I was poor. But if I have to go back to that, I will.
We'll eat salmon right now.
Yeah. So I ain't gotta eat it, thank God. And number 4, roe, which is fish eggs, another name for
Caviar?
yes, sir. Yes, sir. Packed in so many
nasty.
proteins. Now here's one.
Lancaster.
Here's one that I was shocked. Bivalves is another name for mussels, oysters, and clams.
Yeah, I never heard of that being a superfood.
Yeah.
But now that you think of it, what could be really unhealthy about
Yeah.
a mussel? Or
It's packed with so many proteins and
Right.
vitamins and all
it's
of
called a mussel.
that. Yeah, I didn't get into
But how many do you got to eat before it gives you a certain advantage?
probably 6, because how they 6 to 12.
Yeah, you know, bro, I'm about to do my research.
Go ahead, do your research.
Go ahead, keep
It's about
talking.
the 6 to 12. Yeah. And you know they always say the oysters is what aphrodisiac, get you all excited and in the mood. Fuck 12. Let's get 2, 3 to 4 dozens in the mind. How many y'all got back there? 80.
Yeah,
bring on
them
80
all
out. Bring on 80 out, girl. Eat that. Like my fiance, she loves them. Me, I can't eat them.
I don't like them either.
Yeah,
Unless they got to be like drained in some type of seasoning or something.
Now
like that.
the ones I did have was at that restaurant. What was the Italian restaurant I sent you to?
I forget, bro. You know, I'm
La
bad with names.
Colino, La
Something
Colana.
like that, yeah.
They had it where it was baked. Oh my God, amazing. That was amazing. It was baked. Did you look it up?
No, I ain't. We talking, so
Yeah, whatever.
I'm gonna do my research and I'm gonna come back for y'all. next week.
whatever. So I had them baked before. Mussels are good. Clams is good. All 3 of them actually was within the pasta. Oysters, not so much. I'm a texture guy, so I can't really mess with the
I hate
oysters.
when you like eat oysters and mussel and that shit go to the back of your
I
throat.
don't. It won't even get there. I'll
That
gag.
shit
But
nasty.
the mussels, clams, white sauce, noodles, home run. You're talking about so much protein. You're talking about so much vitamins just in the 2, home run. And when you finish eating it, you're not sluggish.
Right.
You're not, woe is me. You're not, the black syndrome. After I eat now, I'm
You
tired.
can say it, nigga-itis. You can say it. You know, black people syndrome.
The black
We
people
just got done
syndrome.
talking about transgender in sports, and you get to the
Oh, fuck it.
nigga-itis
Nigga-itis.
and don't want to say it. That-
Nigga-itis. Yeah,
That's
you
not
know.
going to cancel us. We can say that.
We can say nigga-itis. I don't like to say that word,
Then just say the itis.
You get the itis. Till the show is over? Oh, we did good. We did good.
I mean, he ain't sweat through his sweatshirt, so
he ain't flipping out, so I guess we did good. We good? All right. See, the backstory is that my man had a whole meltdown when we said this episode 1.
Yeah.
No!
He did not want us to
He
touch
did not
this.
want us to touch it. But
Yeah.
I told him we had you, man. We weren't going to do that to you.
But for our listeners, I hope we provided good knowledge.
Yes.
And as far as like the human body itself,
Yeah.
as far as what makes transgender in sports such a controversial conversation, and then also how we can make it inclusive for everybody.
Yeah. I hope you guys got something out of that.
Oh, they did.
You was well prepared today. You kind of shocked me.
It was what messed me up was that pretty much disclaimer statement. That joint was long.
I told you that. You gonna read all that shit?
I know, but I felt like all those things needed to be said.
No, you did.
But
I
as
was
far
shocked.
as the information, I've been doing research all week. You know how many podcasts I watched? I watched Joe Rogan's. I watched Lance Armstrong. He got one. He got like 3 of them where he sat down with Caitlyn Jenner, a doctor, and then somebody else that was in the sport. And then I watched the Queer John, where Queer Sports, where it's 5 transgenders sitting around talking about it. And then I was just watching like different situations on the news and stuff
my
like
part
that.
wasn't all like that because.
But I knew where you was coming from.
Yeah.
Where it's just like strictly sports.
Strictly sports. That was my whole.
But
point.
that's everybody else because they don't want to get canceled. Strictly sports.
It
We're not
wasn't
talking
that I
about
didn't-
human rights. Whereas
Yeah,
I felt like in our argument we had to let people know that
it was good.
that is an issue.
From my side, it just was. I'm not concerned with your rights. I'm not concerned with how you feel. I was stating merely facts of the human body, no more, no less. It
get
had
that.
nothing to do with if you wanted to change your sex or flip whatever you wanted to do. That was good. I didn't really care. I was only talking about the body side.
I know, but if I was on the transgender side, right, the main issue would be you have to care about my human rights.
Okay,
Because that's what I'm fighting for.
but I'm not fighting for human rights. I was just
You not, but I am. So for you to say I'm not concerned with it makes it seem like you don't care, but that's not the case.
But when they say that, I'm supposed to take that because she clearly stated that she didn't care, that she was 100% woman.
See, now y'all cut him off. Cut him off now.
I'm just saying. I'm gonna leave it alone.
Yeah.
We done. We done.
We are done.
So, you guys, we got 3 minutes left. What are you doing?
I mean,
What are you doing? You cutting it off?
well, one, we got to thank our listeners for
It's
listening.
gonna take you 3 minutes. Oh, almost did something. I'm glad. Almost did something. I was gonna go. Go ahead. Go ahead. Yes. That's how I was going to talk. I was going to talk in slow motion.
So can I thank our listeners?
Go ahead. Thank our listeners.
Thank you guys for watching. Let us like, comment, subscribe. Let us know what you guys think of the show.
Yes.
Good, bad. Tell us what we did bad so we can say.
Fuck you. Fuck you.
And other than that, enjoy your week. We got to see you guys next week.
Hey, Danny, I need another sweatsuit. This was amazing. I love it. I love the color. I think this is the fight colors.
That's the fight, John?
No, it's not the fight sweatsuit, but I think the colors is going to be, I think there's sky blue and burgundy. I think that the last sweatsuit that he had on.
I don't know. You looking real poppy right now. You got flames on your legs and arms and shit.
I'm cool with that shit. This shit is dope. This is the best sweatsuit he had.
You got parachute pants on.
This is the best sweatsuit he had. You don't think so?
What's next? MC Hammer?
Can't touch this. Can't touch this. I'm feeling it.
So no, that joint on fire though.
I know it is. He mad because he wanted it. Like, oh God, he's not gonna fit it. Him and Danny Pop kept talking about, you ain't gonna fit that. Bro, I'm gonna fit an extra large. Easy.
It's too tight, bro.
That's the way you're supposed to wear it. 2X would have been super big, especially in the pants.
Yeah, that joint you'd have been stepping on the bottom.
That shit would have been super big in the pants. But so, are we cool, producer? We good? You ain't lose no hair back there,
We
nothing?
Gucci
You good?
gang.
You sure? Woo! Oh, yo, you want me to play you want me to play some shit that I really produced in the beginning?
In the beginning.
In the beginning. Here you go, watch this.
G is a low key producer.
You don't know that.
There you go. I was saying that.
Yeah. I'll show you another one in the beginning.
Was this off of the iPad when you first got it, or this
It's the iPad.
created this whole joint on the iPad? That shit was too time consuming for me.
Not me. Once I learned how to do the
It was too many
patterns.
putting sounds and all that type of stuff. I was like, man.
And then this was the hit. Oh, here go one. I'm reloaded. Oh, no, here you go. This is that smoke.
You ever thought about remaking them?
I don't know if I'll be able to find a sample. A lot of my samples I didn't mark down in the beginning.
You probably wouldn't even be able to remake them the same way, though.
No, I wouldn't. I got too much knowledge now. This is like real raw, didn't figure anything out.
Right.
Just going off of my ear. So.